I'm live. Hey guys, welcome to Born Without Boundaries Tarot Daily Tarot Card Reading for all zodiac signs. Um, this marks a really big day. We're at the full moon in Cancer, so we've got a lot to review. We've got a lot to talk about, and this is going to be a big reading. I actually can't wait for this reading. This is a reading that would call to you energetically, like you would feel drawn to something about this video, so you would want to log in and you want to like show up. Hi to everybody who just joined. Yeah, but it is for all zodiac signs. It is for anyone, not for everyone. So it's really up to whether or not it resonates with you. um Today is Monday, July 17th. The moon is in Cancer. It will be full at 6:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's around 3:48 p.m. Pacific Time over here on the West Coast. And you could figure that out respectively. What's up, guys, for joining? Hey, what's up, Michelle? Hey, Catherine. Hey, Tawana. What's up? So glad to. Hey, Petunia. It's good to see you guys here. Anyway, yeah. So it is also Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Okay, I'll explain why that's so perfect. It's also dear Betty White's 100th birthday, or this would have been her 100th birthday. So God bless Betty. We're gonna celebrate the birthday anyway. Everybody knows she passed away on December 31st, on New Year's Eve. So she was 17 days away from her 100th birthday, and yeah, she's just passed. What's up, Shelly? Thanks for joining. And so this was her birthday. It is Martin Luther King Jr. that day. It is a full moon. People call it the cold moon. People call it the cold moon. People call it the wolf moon. It is January moon. Here we're going to read about it, okay? This is an excerpt from Llewellyn's Witch's Date Book, my 2022 version. No, you don't have to be a witch, just like you don't have to be a farmer to read the Farmer's Almanac. Nothing like that. It's just a fantastic date book and a really great date book if you're into astrology. And it's a really good place to begin. January moon, blessings and beginnings. January marks the beginning of the new calendar year and gives us a chance to start fresh. Some people use this time to make New Year's resolutions, most of which are abandoned by the end of February. As witches, you may want instead to use this time to set goals for the year, both spiritual and practical, and set those intentions into place with a blessing for new beginnings that will carry you through the year ahead. If you want, put on an entirely new outfit to symbolize the new start. You can also write out your goals and have them in front of you, like a white candle, and visualize a long path. See yourself setting your feet on that path, and say, I call down blessings on this new year and on my endeavors in the days to come. May the year be filled with joy, my path be clear, and my steps steady as I walk it. Help me stay focused on my goals, yet flexible in my intentions. Bless this new year. And I'm just going to give you a close up of that. So for those of you who want to, you can screenshot it. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. So let's go back. And that was by Deborah Blake. You can see her name down there. So let's go back. It is Monday, Lundi, the day of the moon. And it is a full moon, and it is in Cancer. And Cancer is the home of the moon. So it is in its domicile. The moon represents the psyche, emotions, divine feminine energy, the mother, the eternal, the giver, water, flexibility, malleability, emotions, and intuition. So those are all things that are very much associated with Cancerian energy. Cancerian rules the fourth house, which is the house of the home and family, which is the house that nurtures you as you grow. It's the house you came from. It is the beginning. It is the start of who you are. It is not the end all of who you are, It is the elements and the resources that you will be given, better or worse, as you will start to create and understand who you want to be. So the fourth house is really a place where you begin and you build out of. You shouldn't stay stuck there. Okay. So here we go. Um Today, what's up, guys? Today is a full moon, and full moons are a tremendous amount of energy, tremendous amount of power. They fill us up with a certainty, a surety, because they're filled with experience. We've come this far. The moon fills every month with all our experiences from that past month, and really from the past year. What were you doing on last year's full moon in Cancer? When we had a new moon in Cancer 6 months ago, what were your intentions? If you write them down, look back. Have any of them come true? Have any of them been fulfilled? Have you worked toward it? Do you feel more comfortable in it? Do you believe it more? Do you feel it coming into you? We got to go on a 6 month cycle here between new moon, which is the start, and full moon, which is the ending, a conclusion, burst, cast away, get rid of. It's almost like a big pimple that needs to pop to kind of like let out anything that's been stored inside and to start again, which is why it's so powerful, because it's kind of explosive. You have a charge there. Now, the full moon always sits in opposition to the sun because it's always in the opposite sign from the sun. So we are in opposition to the sun in Capricorn right now. Big news there is that the sun is conjunct Pluto. You have Pluto and the sun basically sitting on top of each other. And the sun conjunct Pluto is very much um, um, do something. Know who you are, know your purpose, make a change, take a stand, make a difference. Not settling for bullshit anymore, not tolerating crap, and tearing down any shit you have to get things done. Very ambitious, demanding of change, and certainty. So powerful, so certain in what your duty is, what your responsibility is, in what your purpose is, and what you have to get done. And it's always connected to something bigger when it's associated with Pluto. Pluto is an outer planet. It's a bigger, larger meaning. So what is my place in this world? And God damn it, if I haven't been noticed yet, I'm going to be noticed now. That kind of energy as the two come together. Opposing it is this moon in Cancer. So a lot of this could be breaking away from expectations of the fourth house, breaking away from uh what your family expected of you. It could also be just breaking away from how you used to see yourself. The sort of juvenile sense of who you are is fading away, and now you understand, or it's become very clear what your purpose moving forward is in your adulthood, in your adult life. It does mark a set of changes, and like I told you leading up to this, it's not changes that are actually happening to you. They're changes happening through you. You are so determined and confident now of what you need to get done. You want the change, you incite the change, you make the change. So ultimately, I would think, you're not taking much shit today. That would be the kind of energy that's happening. We also have Venus right there, still combust the sun in Capricorn, and she's still in retrograde until the end of this month, which is once again, a lot of issues could be coming up with through relationships. A lot of these understandings and revelations could be coming up through relationships, through finances, through our financial situations, through our financial conditions, through I'm not taking this anymore, I've got to do something. Venus is not just love and romance, she's also beauty. So it could be how do I look? Sick of looking a certain way, wanting to make changes. But it would be changes based on, does how I look really reflect who I am? Does how I present myself outwardly really demonstrate my full potential inside? And if it doesn't, then wanting to make those changes, and not wanting to compromise anymore. Even if compromising and conformity meant comfort, you're tired. We're done with the comfort zone. Pluto does not bring comfort. Pluto brings change, right? And that's exactly what's happening. It's change to our sense of self, who we are, and the energy to do something about something we've wanted to repair, but maybe haven't had the energy, the courage, or the strength to do. We won't even like, we totally have the energy now. We have the sun, we have Pluto, and we have the moon all giving us that burst of energy forward. Now, another thing that happens really, really big tomorrow, the 18th, early in the morning, so really not long after the moon is at its fullest and still in that full moon place or full moon energy, because the full moon is like basically a 3-day period. Uranus positions direct. It positions direct. It's still in Taurus, and the nodes shift. The north node goes from Gemini to Taurus. The south node moves from Sagittarius to Scorpio. So this is a huge change in mindset, mentality, and what is going to pull us and drive us and challenge us the most, but teach us the most as well. It's also kind of a shakeup, especially for Taurus and Scorpio. There's going to be a lot of shifts and changes and dynamics with how people see you, treat you, react to you, and how you see yourself. So with this energy that's affecting all of us, with Pluto combust the sun and up opposite this new moon in Cancer, there's a lot of shifts and changes, getting away from your home, getting away from traditionally what you would have done, holding people accountable for their shit, not taking any shit anymore. Also having such a certain sense of who you are that it may clash with a lot of people around you simply because they're not expecting you to not be so cozy comfy anymore. Okay. So the nodes are shifting, huge shift, and then Uranus is also positioning direct tomorrow. So to have all this energy, boom, 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 hitting us, Mercury just went into retrograde. It'll be in retrograde until February 3rd. So Mercury is in retrograde. I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's gonna feel like there's so much shit flying at you, but ultimately you ain't taking no shit. It's a really interesting time just to see how strong and powerful you are, and all the challenges that would come up and normally do come up during, especially a Mercury retrograde or a Venus retrograde. I almost feel bad for it, because it's almost like with all this energy, especially around this period, there is this sense of, well, fuck it, because I'm not handling it. And it's almost like this sense of we just can't take it personally because we're so driven in a different direction now. We're going to handle it. We're going to clean it up. We're going to rip it up, and we're going to move on. So yeah, there's still going to be that Mercury retrograde kind of, what's up, Ryan? That Mercury retrograde kind of like bullshit kind of challenge that we always have, right? Those challenges come up. What do you mean? There's more paperwork. There's another paper I have to file. How come I didn't know this? How come you didn't tell me to begin with? Why is my computer freezing? Why is my phone all that fucking shit? But your Uranus is really what controls big technology, big mathematics, sort of over the top kind of stuff that a lot of us, we may have it in the palm of our hand, but we don't really understand what goes into it. But the fact that it's positioned direct means that there's a sense of maybe even some accountability that's going to be taken by big tech, because all this energy is almost kind of like forcing it to do something about itself, if it wants to move forward, not having another way forward but to clean its shit up, that kind of energy. Yeah, so we'll see how it plays out. But and then on the 19th, what happens? The sun is shifting into Aquarius. And I know when you Google Capricorn, it's usually like, oh, it ends on the 21st of January. It doesn't. That is not a constant. So you always have to check your chart. I've actually had it happen to me twice where people swore they were one zodiac sign because they look it up and they're like, oh, yeah, Pisces is from here to here. Capricorn is from here to here. No, those dates change with where the sun is positioned. If the sun is in the zodiac sign, and it's sometimes it's later, sometimes it's earlier. So you always have to check your natal chart. People who are on the cusps may be very surprised that the day they thought they were one zodiac sign and they really are another because of where the sun was positioned at the time of their birth. So just to say, yeah, it's beginning. The sun is shifting into Aquarius at 9:39 p.m. That's around 6:39 p.m. over here on the West Coast. So toward the evening, as the sun sets, on the 19th, on Wednesday, it enters a new sign. It enters Aquarius. So there's so many shifts and changes that I can't. It's almost like I'd be irresponsible by not bringing your attention to them because they're huge shifts. And we are going to feel something. I've just been kind of waiting to see what. So let's get into our tarot card reading, guys. How's everybody doing? And thank you everybody for everybody who just jumped on. I'm so glad that you're sharing this time with me. I also have later on today on Astrology Motivation, I have created a hold on. I have created it's not a pick a card, it's actually a pick a story. I have created 3 story scenarios, and whichever one you're drawn to, it's going to be your story for 2022. It's what your story has to be, what your challenges are going to be, and how it's going to play out. And ultimately, I've picked 3 words to represent these stories, and whichever one you're drawn to, you pick, and it corresponds with one of the groups. And of course, I'm going to mark the timestamp, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that too. It's a new pick a card coming up. Really excited about it. I like to do pick a cards around the full moon and the new moon, just like as a way to celebrate. It's not full moon or new moon specific, but it's a way to celebrate. This is kind of some more content for the channel. So we have 5 of Cups here, but it's in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse means we're finally able to see the forest for the trees. We're finally able to let go of the past, or the idea that the past was so wonderful, we can't have something better in the future. It's like we're open for something new emotionally. We're ready for something new. And that's a really good place to be. It could sometimes also represent inheritance coming in, like a gain from a loss. So that's nice for anybody who's on that track. 10 of Swords is here. There might definitely be a death, an ending. But it would be an ending that we are prepared for, that we've accepted, like an acceptance of, like not seeing it as a bad thing, but seeing it as an inevitability that has to happen. It may not be a physical death at all. It could just be a sense of, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of thinking this way. I'm sick of feeling this way. And ultimately, there's better out there. So 10 of Swords does mark an ending. An ending. What? We have debauchery. 7 of Cups is coming up in the past, but ultimately, I think it's a sense of whatever has brought us down, whatever has made us delusional, whatever has held us back, those bad behaviors, those 7 of Cups, like the illusions, right? It's an end to the illusions. It's an end to the self-deception. It's an end to 7 of Cups sometimes is about addictions, drinking too much, indulging too much, whatever brings you down because you've done it too much. This is a perfect energy for New Year. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I do sorry. I do. You want to say hi to everybody? It's that perfect energy for New Year's resolutions, and bam, it ain't going to be simple. Not easy. Nope. There's a lot of complications. And like I said, especially with Mercury in retrograde right now, Venus still in retrograde, life is not going to make it easy for you to make these shifts and make these changes. You're going to feel the shift. You're going to feel that crank in the fucking clutch. You're going to feel it. It's not going to be smooth. There's also going to be maybe a lot of reasons why you don't want to make the change, or somebody doesn't want to make the shift. There will be, it's going to be, in other words, it's going to be a rough adjustment period. Yeah. And that makes only the strong really survive, right? We know we need to make the changes want to be made, but ultimately it's not going to be easy because we're in the middle of 2 fucking retrogrades. So it's like only the strong will survive. And it's almost like, because Pluto is here, Pluto always weeds out the weak, right? If you can't fucking face Pluto, then you can't face anything. So it's almost like a sense of, whoever keeps striving through this, whoever gets through it, whoever gets past January into February, past February into March, that kind of energy, just go like one step at a time, one day at a time, one week at a time, one month at a time. That's really going to get you farther than like looking too far in the future. Set your goals, like they said, set your goals, but don't set your intention like but don't plan anything out. I say this to you all the time. Life is a game of improv. So ultimately that's kind of, I don't know, don't be lazy. What this is. Um okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so it's not going to be easy, and I think only the strong are really going to stick to it, but they're going to be very amply rewarded when they do. The judgment is here in what I say. What I tell you, it's like, yeah, God is watching. Who is going to make the difference? Who is going to make the shift? Who is going to make the change? Who's actually going to get their shit together? Because a lot of us have fallen off, and a lot of us have kind of gotten lazy in places where we didn't realize we'd gotten lazy or that we weren't trying as hard. A lot of us, it's like you're going to get the wake up call and you're going to say, well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to make the change? Are you going to make the difference? Are you going to do something about it? Because everybody makes mistakes, everybody fucks up, but not everybody tries to cover up their fuck up or make excuses for their fuck up. This is about owning your responsibility. The Hierophant is here at the center of our energy. This is Taurus energy at the center of everything. And Taurus is about tradition. Taurus is about maintenance of the status quo in some cases. It's about structured faith. It's about the constant. It's about also financial stability. It's about the resources that we have in life to be able to provide for ourselves and how we deal with those resources, how we manage them, how we go about getting them. So ultimately, a lot of this does have to do with how do we go about getting resources. These could be new opportunities that are given to you. This could be taking a new challenge, taking a new step, taking a new job. The moon is here. We have Piscean energy or Cancerian energy. I've heard that card read both ways. Mostly traditionally, though, it is Pisces. It represents Pisces. So this is about our intuition, our faith. Remember, Jupiter is in that beautiful position. Jupiter and Neptune are both in Pisces. I mean, legit, Pisces got both its kings a home. Now, does that cause conflict? No, there's just a lot of strength and a lot of power in Piscean energy right now. So there's a lot of ability to create right now and create through faith and create through God. But what it's saying is essentially, I'm looking at you, I'm watching you. If you don't get your fucking shit together, get right. I told you, it's almost like God is directly intervening and putting things right that have really gone wrong and gone off the rails a little bit too much because we it's like we're buried too deep in the delusion and the illusions to be able to see what reality is. We're going to get a reality fucking check. And then justice is here, which means what? Exactly what I'm telling you. The scales are about to set right. There's some sort of justice or decision coming down to understand who is really worth it, who is really valuable. People who have been kept in the dark are not going to be kept in the dark anymore. It's almost like God knows. You can think that you're getting away with shit, but God knows and God sees and God hears. I think you'd be really smart to do a lot of praying, a lot of talking to God right now. And then we have the King of the Pentacles. So this could be a person, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus in your life. We have it falling right under Taurus. It tends to be something about Taurus energy here, lending it more toward, but definitely a sense of somebody finding their divine purpose instead of just their terrestrial purpose. A sense of even somebody who has had a great deal of success on the terrestrial plane. Now there's like a greater purpose in their life or a shift in their focus. This could also be somebody that could give you a job offer, getting a new boss or becoming a boss, working hard. So there could be getting a new job offer, right? Getting the new opportunity that maybe you didn't think that you would have, new venues, new options, new ways to make money for people who are willing to work very hard. Then maybe it's not just about money, right? Maybe it's just about the hard work itself is bringing you a level of abundance because it focuses your mind. It focuses your mind instead of wasting your energy. We have the Eight of Swords here, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Seven of Swords. So somebody really did not fucking like your new idea, or want to give you a shot, or there was some sense of really feeling like there was some sort of interference in something new that you wanted to create or wanted to happen, but you were always ripped down for it, even though you worked really hard. Okay. So, but what is this about? How is that the resolution? Okay, the world is changing. It's changing. I think that you're any kind of failure today is going to really offer a lot of clarity in terms of which direction to go in your life. Yeah. So we have the Star card and the Universe. This is wishes and dreams fulfillment. This is knowing your life's purpose. This is not fucking around anymore with stupid shit that just clogs your head. Princess of Swords is an email coming through, a DM coming through, could be something online coming through that really like switches and changes everybody's dynamic or everybody's way of seeing. It could feel like in some ways it's stealing your thunder, like a sense of you had this idea and then it feels like somebody else stole it. But ultimately, no. I mean, and you could have felt like basically you were left behind or that somebody took something from you, especially if you were trying to get something, launch something. No, this is fulfillment. This is a old chapter ending, new chapter beginning. This is maybe wanting different things, aspiring to do different things after you see something or read something or say something. It could also be making a statement, stepping into a new place, by sharing your ideals and putting yourself out there. That's interesting. I don't know. Let's keep reading. Oh, who did that? God bless you. God bless you. Alan, you're the best. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps the channel. Well, thank you, Alan. Thank you for the double blessings of that message and that donation. I just want to give you a quick shout out. God bless you so much. I appreciate that. You ready? Clarify what the hell is going on here at the end of the reading, because I'm not really sure. Clarify. Clarify. We have bring love into the situation. Bring love into the situation. This is Aquarius energy. You have the Star card here. Well, that kind of, I think you're going to get some news. There's definitely going to be some news that really changes your life. And I don't think you'll be expecting it because I think you already lost the opportunity. I think you already lost the opportunity or that something was like dead and gone. But ultimately, no, your hard work actually paid off. There are communications that are actually going to bring good tidings. Bring love into the situation. So it could very well be message from a friend. It could very well be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. We are in a cardinal moon. We are in a Cancer. So in other words, make a move on your feelings. Like do something about your feelings. If you're feeling something, let it supercharge you and cast you forward. They can make a fucking move. Make a move and make a change. Maybe make a new friend. Maybe make a new association. But this is definitely a sense of it's time to get out there and profess what you feel, what you want, what you think, what you care about. It's time to get out there and take that step forward without asking anybody's permission or worried about anybody's forgiveness. And then we have timeless earth. So it's basically being more true to your nature. Really talking to your nature, being your true nature, really demonstrating or showing, reconnecting with your truer self. And then also demonstrating, like showing it, not hiding anymore. You're not hiding anymore. It's interesting how you're transforming, but you're transforming into a clearer version of who you are, like a more true version of who you are. And the little frog is very Cancerian energy. It's transformative. Cancerian is very transformative energy on these waters. You're transforming from the self that was created to the self that you wanted to become. We have I am treasured. So in the past, you felt, and it's fell right on the 10 of Swords. You felt like this situation was over. You felt like it was helpless. You felt like it was done, but it's not. It's not. It's getting revitalized, or there's something that's coming from it that's even better. Yeah, you kind of felt like nobody appreciated you. Dolphin, don't worry, be happy. So this is a lesson in learning how to let go of disappointments, right? That every day there's going to be a disappointment. If you take it personally and make it your general persona, it's going to ruin more than it has to. In other words, take the shit as it is, let it go. Let the failure be. You are not a failure just because you failed one day. It's not the same thing. It's like, yes, I failed, but I am not a failure. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to grow from this. I'm going to be in the know from this. All these different kinds of opportunities. Thanks for everybody who just joined. All these different opportunities, but something that definitely made you feel like a loser. There could be an announcement of friends, basically like friends being the conduit to you making this next move, or information that's coming to you about what next move to make. So be on the lookout for that too. Ooh. We have spiritual union. That's another card that says there's some sort of connection that's going to be made. So you're making some sort of new partnership. You're making some sort of new connection. It could be a new connection with a friend. This is usually you're coming together with somebody. So for some of y'all, there's love coming into your life. There's romance coming into your life. There's a partnership that you need to have because it's going to change your life. It's going to change your dynamic. I think what's different this time around is you're actually bold enough to let go of the idea of a person and actually fall in love with, or allow somebody to fall in love with who you are actually, instead of who you want to be or how you want to be seen. And instead of seeing them as some kind of dream or illusion, a lot of times we fall in love with the idea of a person instead of making the move to actually get to know the real person. This is different. It's like somebody's actually getting to know you. Somebody actually wants to have a fucking conversation with you, and this is a match made in heaven. Now, that could be a love interest. It could also be a business partnership. Depends on where you're at. Truth be told, not for you. Unfinished symphony. Yeah, so this was left untended to. This was okay. This is something that was left in the air. It was something that was left like unread, right? It was something like that. A sense of feeling that, it wasn't right and it wasn't finished, and you weren't really sure why you were rejected, or maybe you never got officially rejected, but you just didn't hear anything. So you thought, okay, I must have been rejected, but ultimately that is not the case. It's like something was kind of like floating around ambiguously out there, and it was still like mulling or stirring. It's coming back, like the water is bringing it back. This is the full moon in Cancer. It's kind of like you're going to get a bum rush of something that had been saved up. In true Cancerian form, we wait to explode, right? We just wait, and then boosh. So expect a deluge to find out somebody's emotions for you, somebody's feelings, or you actually just kind of like diarrhea of the mouth, right? Just like spewing what it is that you actually feel, that you actually see, that you actually think, and that basically changing your fucking life. Yeah, because then there's nowhere to run. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Traveler, move in a new direction. I don't, yeah. Okay. So this could be somebody coming back, foreign trip, foreign travel, somebody that you haven't heard from in a long time. Or it could just be you getting the inclination to actually travel somewhere, go somewhere, be on the road or be in the plane, feel loved and comforted, move in a new direction. Yeah, you're traveling, you're going somewhere else. And it's almost like you're traveling someplace foreign, but it's actually so much more you. Like it's so much more who you really are and where you really belong. And it may seem like you're out of sorts, but you're really being realigned with where you really belong, if that makes any sense. And as I said, it's like realignment, recalibration, because God's like, no, y'all got it so fucked up. Shit, I thought you'd figured out, you ain't. I ain't playing with this anymore. Let me readjust. And there's like this total recalibration that's happening right now. And if you're called to legitimately travel, I mean, it's almost like um it's fate. It's fate. It's fate bringing you to where you're supposed to be or who you're supposed to meet. And then we have a life-changing epiphany or experience. Thank you. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. Okay. I can't wait to see what God has in store for me, because I know I'm loved. I just can't wait. It's kind of like really exciting right now. Any more messages, or we can go into the angel messages? Let's go into the angel messages. Let's go into the angel messages. Angel messages for the reading today, please. Angel messages for the reading today, please. Angel messages for the reading today. So we have sacred source is right in front of us. We, your angels, are here to remind you of your magnificence. You are literally an angel in the making, a being of eternal love and light, forever one with God, Goddess, and all creation. And then we have prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We are listening. And then we have integrity. Be flexible, but also be true to you. Stand by your beliefs and values, and others will stand by and believe in you. I'm telling you, man, some fucking it's coming out. So, like, in other words, what we really feel, I just saw 3737, divine counterparts. Something that we have seen, something that we have noticed. We're kind of like standing by now. Like there is a sense of, it's like, let's put it this way, God is working through you. So it's impossible to not have integrity right now. It's kind of impossible. It's like it's demanding the integrity. It's like, ever see that movie Liar Liar with Jim Carrey? How he just can't tell a lie. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like a sense of you can't do it. If something is going to push you so fucking hard right now that even though you may have comfortably backed down, or normally you may want to back down, but there is a sense here of no fucking way in hell am I going to back down now. I can't back down. I got to say something. I got to stand for something. I got to do something. Something like that energy is like, it's just going to be overwhelming, and spirit's working through you. It's a good time to pray. And I said that in the beginning of the reading. Pray not for what you want, not for what you need, but basically, I heard this beautiful meme, this beautiful quote. It says, pray not until God hears you, but until you hear God. Like, that's kind of what you're praying for now. It's like, can you please clear this clutter out of my head? What do you need me to know? What do you want me to know? I'm trying to figure it out. It's hard. help me be sure, help me be certain, help me know, guide me, etc., etc. All of those things. These are things that you kind of want to repeat and just pray until you hear what God needs you to hear. Oh, bless you, Helen. You're so beautiful. God bless you and your contribution to the channel. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Helen. Thank you so much. So it really is that sense of I have to say this. I have to do this, right? But asking God, could you just make it clear for me, because I don't want to be lost in this. I don't want to make a mistake in this. I got to really be certain about this. So and it's hard because I'm stubborn as fuck. It's hard. It's fucking hard. The idea of I've always believed this, especially things that come out of your family and your fourth house. I've always believed this is true, but it's not true. And it's almost like, hey, I'm just going to come out and ask. I'm just going to come out and ask. And I've never done this before. Maybe you're going to ask somebody because you need something, right? And you would never ask them, but you're doing it simply because you have to. You have to. It's time. It's time to break those old beliefs in your head that say, oh, you can't do this. You can do this. You can do this. It's available to you. It's not the way it used to be. The fucking world has changed. So it may not be today is the day you change the world, but today is the day you realize the world is changed and you're not trapped in your same old role in your same old story anymore. This is a different story that you're moving toward and that you're writing. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for jumping on and those contributions, Alan and Helen. God bless you for them. I'm so grateful because it supports the channel. Check out the Born Without Boundaries weekly zodiac readings because they're going to come out tomorrow. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra. And within those videos, I will announce the winner of the most Vimeo extended reading purchases. And I will tell you and only you, the zodiac sign, who won and where the free live reading will be for me with me, so that you can show up and get free readings from me. This is my little thank you to you for being so supportive over on Vimeo. Remember, I'm doing this every single week now. Scorpio, your turnout on Friday was fantastic. You made it so much fun. And that hour turned into an hour and a half. It flew by so quick. So I'm really looking forward to this week's. And just watch the videos and see who's it going to be. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Oh yeah, there are memberships to Born Without Boundaries now. So you can purchase memberships to get content that I only share with members. I do special videos, special astrology information, and special sort of behind the scenes looks into my life and what I'm doing during the day for members. So that's an option. And I hope you guys will consider that too. I love you guys and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Happy full moon. Bye guys. And